Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy first real Monday of the new year. Um, Thank you so much for joining us here on six, day six of 7 Days of Lives videos. Thank you so much for joining me here on this series. I've had a lot of fun doing these, and I definitely want to have more of a live presence here on social media. For my business as well as my books and all the stuff I've got going on this year. But this has really been a good practice for me just to kind of get back into the swing of things with that. Oh, speaking of practice, I got present to something as I was doing some work last night. I've been working on some promo clips for my podcast. And you may have seen them if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, or also uh, on my Royal Hearts Media Facebook page as well as my Instagram. Um, and I have been kind of going back through some old episodes, even before we started with video. And I've gotten really present to one thing is that this podcast has gotten a lot better. I have become a better host, I've become a better interviewer, and this podcast has gotten so much better as I've practiced, as I've gotten better, as I have gotten more experience with it. And really the same deal with my writing. Like one of my projects this year is to re-edit and republish Written in the Stone for the 10th anniversary of its release, celebrating the 10th anniversary of its release. And going through that manuscript, going through that book, turning it into a manuscript again has been challenging. I'm not going to lie, it's been challenging because the writer and the author that I am in 2025 is a far cry from who I was as a man and as an author in 2013, 2014, when I was writing that, because we get better, because we improve, because we practice. And that's a word that I don't like very much. It's a word I don't like very much because I automatically like I make it mean I make it mean failure almost. Is that when you're practicing something that you're not good at but that you want to get good at, it's almost like you're failing at not getting it right. And I'm reminded of one of my favorite musicians. There, in fact, I'll give you the story here. I don't know how true it is because I learned it as I was watching a movie. But there was a story about Charlie Parker, the great jazz saxophonist, who, when he was young, inexperienced, just kept messing up. He was playing in a big band at the time, and he kept messing up. And their drummer, a man by the name of Papa Joe Jones, took a cymbal off of his stand and threw it at his feet because he was so angry that Charlie kept messing up. And according to the lore in this movie, it was the movie Whiplash. But according to the lore in this movie, Charlie went off. He was embarrassed, but he went off and practiced, just practiced and practiced and practiced, and got so much better and became the Charlie Parker who is now kind of on the Mount Rushmore of jazz music, in my humble opinion. But it was because he got better. It was because he worked at it. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. And I guarantee you that everybody out there, everybody out there watching right now, you're not the same person you were yesterday. You're not the same person that you were 5 years ago. You do this because you get better. You do this because you want to improve. You know, it's the famous story about Kobe Bryant is that you know, guys like him, Jordan, Larry Bird, were famous. Um, Steph Curry were famous for going to the gym in the middle of the night or even like hours before a game, getting a ball boy to rebound for him, and just throwing up shot after shot after shot. And all those guys made some clutch shots in their career, but they also missed a lot of them too. So my point is that practice never makes perfect, but practice can take you from somebody with a lot of promise to somebody who can be legendary. What are you going to practice today? What skill? What thing about your life can you practice today with the sole intention of just simply getting good at it? I'm asking you, and I'm also asking myself that question. I can think of about a dozen things, but I'd love to hear from you. And let's intentionally write a powerful story. Let's intentionally write a powerful story with our 2025. Until we meet again tomorrow, take care. Bye all.